last we left off, you guys had just entered the Deadwinter region. You had stepped off the map and onto randomly rolled for a new region, which case this is the Deadwinter region. The region of the filled with the undead. So as we step into it here.
I think our plan was to step back into the cold water region, like right here, and just walk along the border over to here.
All right. You guys step into the region. Immediately you feel this like aura of death around you. Even the trees seem like unnaturally twisted and sharp, like they themselves are like almost like skeletons of normal trees. They still have leaves, they're still evergreens, but they're very different from the evergreens, the glowing ones, the almost magical ones that cover the Cold Valley region. You turn around, deciding this is not the place to be, and immediately behind you is not the mountains, the mountain range that you had just left, but more forest.
Wait. So are we stuck in the Deadwinter region?
You are not
that
sure. That is a good question.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
I roll for perception.
Yeah, Kazi's gonna roll for Arcana.
So, Kreth, you are looking around and you can see there is an unnatural mist surrounding the air, and it seems, even as you watch, your keen eyes notice the forest itself is almost like warping around you. It is very strange and hard to notice. It's out of the corner of your eye, like a tree or a section of the forest is moving until you look at it, and then suddenly it's still.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, and Kazi, you notice there's a mental effect. There's some sort of magical mental effect all around you.
Oh, that's not scary. So Kazi tells the team, yeah, there's some kind of mental effect. Do you want to know what the mental effect is doing or no?
Did I learn anything about it from Detect Magic?
Detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magical effects within you. If you sense such effects, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura of any visible creature or object in that area. None of the objects around you are inherently magical, but instead, like, the area around you is affected by a magical effect. The School of Magic, that will be... Let me double check the thing here. Oh, here we go. That would be enchantment, or magic that influences the mind.
Are we in an illusion?
Not an illusion, an enchantment of some kind.
Oh, okay.
Like, can I roll an Arcana check to look into it further?
I suppose you can.
15.
With your own Arcana check, you come to the same conclusion. Some sort of enchantment magic that is widespread across perhaps this entire forest is affecting your group. Actually, also, Kreth, with a wisdom perception check of 24, I'm going to say you notice your bag feels slightly lighter.
Can I check to see if anything's missing?
Doing a quick check to look through your stuff. Do you have any do you have any rations on you?
Yeah. Let me check how many. I have 5.
Where were you? Oh, yeah. You remember having 5. You now have 3.
What?
Does this affect anyone else?
Everybody is missing 2 rations.
Yeah, I just watched you deduct them.
Yep, hang on.
Oh.
It's not good.
Kazi casts
also,
locate object.
Also, you guys can go ahead and take a long rest.
Why?
Because you've already taken one.
Have we been here for that long?
Are we, like, in the Feywild or something?
You didn't notice. You weren't like doing any planar travel. That would be fairly easy to notice, because that would be a very powerful place that many of you magic casters would notice immediately. Like if there was a portal to another plane, that'd be easy to spot, like somebody casting a high tier spell.
Also, Andrew, I believe Parent Killer, it says it's a 1 in 4 chance of regaining every day at dawn. There's a 1 in 4 chance of regaining the Summon Dragon charge. So
you can re-roll that twice.
what?
You can re-roll that twice.
So do I just roll 2d4, like a d4?
I believe I marked that.
Like-
I think I got everybody's rations.
No, I'll roll.
There we go.
So what number are we saying that?
I'd assume it would be a 4, right?
Is it just a 4?
You can, yes, a 4. The higher number is better. Oh, nope.
That's
Looks
a
like it
3 and a 2.
It hasn't recharged yet, so it hasn't been a long time. At least your characters realize. But suddenly, as your senses are clearing, you're starting to realize you've been in here longer than you realize. You didn't just step through into the Deadwinter region. You've been here for 2 days.
Kazi casts message and asks. Oh, go on.
Kazi, this reminds you of something that you've read in Imberfell, which is there are dangers to traveling to faraway lands. Some are not as welcoming as others. And it's not talking about the people in that textbook.
Is it talking about the land itself or the deity that guards the land?
Sometimes the deity that guards the land, but sometimes the land itself can be dangerous.
Is there a way to appease the land?
Perhaps.
Would I know of a way to appease the Deadwinter region specifically?
Make a history check.
Do I get to use my Book of Ruins?
What does your Book of Ruins
Is
say?
it-
What does it cover? Your Book of Ruins would not help in this situation.
Okay. Yeah, that's Ruins of the Past. I've been rolling really bad lately.
Ouch. Okay, so you do recall there was something dangerous about the forests that surround the Deadwinter region. There's some sort of mental effect that allows people to get lost very easily within the forest. Specifically in the outer reaches. If you enter the Deadwinter region through the one passageway in the forest, the one passage right here, there's no issue. But it can be dangerous going through the forest on the outer reaches.
Oh no. Kazi tries to light one of the trees on fire with firebolt.
That's not going to appease the land.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Kazi turns to Kreth before actually finishing the cast of the spell. Do you think I shouldn't be doing this? Do you have a better idea?
Kreth shrugs.
Good enough for me.
A 20. Your
20.
firebolt slams into the tree and it bursts into flames. It scars and burns the outer bark and even takes a chunk out of the tree. But otherwise, it's a little too cold and damp to really bother the tree all that much, the fire. This place is not nearly as cold as the Coldwinter region, but it's in that exact temperature where it's still snowing, but the snow is like soggy and damp and making everything mushy.
Huh. I have both good news and bad news, Kazi says. There is a way out. The bad, what do you want first? Good news or the bad news?
Bad
news.
news.
Bad news. From what I know of this forest, it has a mental effect that makes you get lost easily. We can either try to fight through it, or the good news is there's a gap in the forest. The bad news, I don't know where the gap is.
That was 2 pieces of bad news and 1 piece of good news.
Yeah, I guess. So what do you want to do? Brave the central area to get to the other exit?
I rolled
the
for
exit?
perception to see if there's any like patterns or signs that may lead somewhere.
I feel like this would be more of a survival check, I think.
Okay. That
Kazi will
works.
roll as well.
23.
20. Okay. You, after doing some searching, you guys
19.
walk around to this forest. There's nothing really giving there's no good landmarks or anything. None that you can see, at least. It seems to be just pine forest for as far as the eye can see, going on for miles. But you do notice something. Kreth. The place opens up to maybe a small road or path. And you notice in the snow, the slushy snow, there is a set of cart wheels, and they seem to be recent.
Can I go up to the path?
Yeah, you walk up onto the path. It's maybe 6 or 7 feet wide, causing it to be a break in the forest.
I'm gonna call over everyone else.
On the path, Kazi says. Interesting.
Yes. I'm not sure where it goes, though. Should we follow?
That's better than wandering this forest.
May as well. Wait, Andrew, is there compasses in this world?
There are magic items that can tell you what the cardinal directions.
Okay, but there's no true compass then.
No, not in this world.
Interesting. Okay.
So there is the way that the fact that you rolled more than the 20, you can tell that the cart itself was headed to the left. Your left hand, you're perpendicular to the road. So to your left is where the cart goes, and to the right is like where the cart was coming from.
Left or right? We follow where it's going or where it's coming from?
If we go where it's going, we might be able to find people who know more about the region and can help us.
Or we might find enemies.
That is true.
Going the opposite
True.
direction, I don't think.
You know what? Kreth changes his mind. He says, I think we should go right. There's no chance we encounter, or a smaller chance we encounter any hostiles.
I would tend to agree. Let's take the safer path first.
Good enough for me.
Alright.
All right, you're turning towards the direction where the cart came. And
Yeah.
How far are you going along this path?
Until we see something.
Yeah, until we see something interesting.
The first
change.
hour.
Oh. And Kazi is gonna periodically do an Arcana check or whatever, just to see if he can find anything out, looking for magical traces to see if they're being led astray by the forest, or whether or not we're still in the forest.
Okay. You guys follow it for a good 8 hours. The cart tracks, the trail in the slush is getting lesser and lesser, more impacted by the slush just compacting, sloshing back down into a flat sheet over time. And you guys finally emerge out of the forest. Ahead of you are a sheer set of mountains. You finally
By sheer, how sheer do you mean?
You finally
Like
get your
vertical
you finally
or-
get your bearings. They're not the grand mountains that are in the Cold Valley region, or even the smaller smaller flatter mountains that make up part of the Goldmark region. These are spiky and covered in ice. They look like they would be dangerous to climb over. There doesn't seem to be a flat part of these mountains, just spikes and sharp edges.
And where does this trail lead? To the foot of the mountains? Or is there a road?
At this point, the cart tracks disappear.
Oh, they just disappear.
But yeah, it's been too
Or-
long at this point. They get
Oh.
lesser and lesser until it's eventually the snow and the rain that sometimes falls for a little bit has covered up these tracks at this point. Kreth, before you reach the end of this trail, you can note that the cart has been probably through here maybe about a day or two ago. And there isn't a proper road to follow at this point. There was more of a break in the trees that made a path through the forest.
The break in the trees.
Not like the break that's
guess-
talked about in your book. The break in the trees that your
Oh,
book
okay.
mentions in the Deadwinter region is huge, and it's 50 miles, or it's not 50 miles. It's going to be 5 miles
Quite
across.
large.
So it would be hard to miss.
Okay.
So you guys have made it out of the forest, but you now have enchanted forest on one side and spiky mountains on the other.
I guess we keep following the gap between the enchanted forest and the spiky mountains.
Which way?
The way we've already been going. Or do we just come out of the forest?
You just came out of the forest, so you can turn left or right here. You have regained your bearings, so you're back on the map.
Left, maybe? No, what do you guys think? Go this way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we can go that
you're,
way.
You're turning right and following that way?
Yep.
All right, you guys are traveling, so you can move 20 miles within a day. So it would be here. No, what's the button? Oh, that's off the map. Oh, here we go. So you could get to, if you're heading towards the entrance, you could get to about here within a day's travel. But I'd say half of the day is over, so you could make it to about here, if that's the way you want to go.
Yeah, let's go there.
All right. Whoever is guiding the group, make a survival check. Whoever is looking out for the
I'll
group,
do it.
whoever is at the back of the group, make a perception check.
Kazi's at the back.
Kreth, it is not difficult, especially since you're out of the enchanted forest now. It is not difficult to navigate just keeping in between the tree line and the sharp, jagged, like icy spikes. As you guys are making your way, you make your way across to this sort of dangerous area. Kazi, you begin to wonder, to yourself, I can imagine, the Deadwinter region is known for the Deadwinter region is dangerous because it is filled with the undead, but you haven't seen a single undead yet. And you guys are halfway through. The sun is it is evening at this point, early evening. And you are stepping through a field of pristine yet still slushy snow. And Kazi, you look down, perhaps a little late, as your foot crunches on something.
What did my foot just crunch?
An arm. A undead arm is now poking through the snow because of the way that you stepped on it.
By reflex, Kazi immediately blasts it with a firebolt and yells out, "Same guy!" No, arm!
Yes, as that happens, let me shoot. I don't have a good. You guys don't mind if I reuse a battle map? This will make it.
No, that's fine.
As long as it still makes sense for the theme.
Oh yeah,
setting.
this makes sense here as well. All right, hang on just one second. So with Kreth in the lead, you guys are making your way through the snow. Kazi, you are in the back. If you could reset your concentrations, because you're currently not concentrating on anything, or at least. And Ruben.
Oh.
Yep. He's in the back and Kreth is in the front, but Ruben and Adrien, you can decide where you are in between those two. But as that happens...
Do I have time to react to the undead thing as well, or...
Unfortunately, because of Kazi's poor perception check, he does not notice it in time. He does have a notice in time to step back from getting immediately attacked by the undead, but you guys are all surprised. So, wherever you want to start, I will start the fight here.
This layout seems good. Where is the undead? Right by me.
Hang on. Bursting out of the snow are a number of zombies that immediately begin to... Wait. That's a zombie?
Do we need to roll for initiative?
In just a second. I gotta place the enemies.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a zombie.
That is actually, I believe, a dragonborn zombie. That's why.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dragonborn zombie. Huh. That's not terrifying at all.
And it's right next to Kazi.
10 zombies. Okay. Popping up out of the ground are immediately amongst all of you are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, yep, Kazi, I'd say you have your summon and the owl. Here you go. So, popping out of the snow are that Kazi, as you yell out, this is probably the first time that you guys have made a substantial amount of sound. You shout out across the snow, and popping up are 2 additional undead here that like poof out of the snow and begin walking toward you, suddenly awakened by the living creatures near it. But yeah, everybody roll with disadvantage because you are surprised.
Oh, roll initiative with disadvantage.
1.
Everybody to
So
fight.
That was bad.
I need to re-roll because I did not roll with disadvantage.
Yeah,
I can.
I gotta reroll both my.
Can I
Or
use one of my lucky points to roll with advantage instead?
You can roll. That will counter out the disadvantage, and so you'll roll normally.
All
If
right,
you want
yeah,
to
I'm
do
gonna use that.
Oh, and I need to add you, the owl, the jackal.
I'm just gonna use it, but then, or just so it goes away. No, that's not what I want.
I gotta reroll for Kazi, Andrew.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet because I'm trying to use my luck point.
There you go. And Adrien, you said you needed to roll with disadvantage?
I did not roll with disadvantage.
You guys are rolls with disadvantage.
Do I
I
just
rolled a
roll
13.
Same with your owl as well. All the zombies need
Ah,
to
so I
roll.
just reroll.
Why was there only one dragon? Okay, there's just one dragonborn undead for some reason.
Oh, it's not way higher than I did.
So bursting out of the snow, like suddenly, what seemed to be a completely empty snowfield is now, well, with a couple of trees, is now filled with the undead moaning and trying to grab for you guys. The first one immediately sits up out of the ground, stands up. I'm gonna say with this, a lot of these are just prone. The one next to you, Adrien, stands up and just takes a step towards you and is going to just swing at you. That is going to be a 14 to hit, Adrien.
That does hit.
It lunges at you. That is going to be 9 bludgeoning damage, as just like the arms just slam at you from the side. You are not expecting this at all. Oh, and what? Oh, there we go. That then makes it the owl's turn. Adrien, what do you want your owl to do?
The owl is going to go fly. Probably. Where's my owl token?
Do we have our spell slot back?
Yeah, we took a long rest.
Yep, you guys have
Yeah.
been in this region for 2 days. 2.5 days now. Also, if you unless you recast aid, the aid has ended.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remove it. There.
I didn't specifically say I recast it. I probably should have once I realized it had been a day, but
There we go. Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna have the owl stay where it is and fly like 30, 20 feet up
All right.
so it can just dive bomb wherever it's needed later.
This next undead, these aren't very fast, so it's going to stand up with its movement, and then it's go 5, 10, and start shambling, and then is going to just sort of start moaning and walking towards you, Kazi. Kreth, it is now your turn. You are right up next to you is a zombie popping up out of the snow. You have just enough time to react.
Hang on a second, Andrew.
Yeah.
When I yelled, I also cast Firebolt. Does that trigger or no?
I would allow it for this one. So you can cast fire bolt on the
You-
dragonborn undead that what you were surprised by.
I rolled a 20, if you look up in the chat or whatever.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
9.
And Kreth, it is your
Nice.
turn. Yep, that does
Okay.
hit, and that will do damage.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the dude right next to me.
It is Hunter.
Where's that? Okay. Bam. And then I'm gonna stab it with my short sword.
Your magical short sword. All right. An 8 will
And-
actually hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
And then I get the D6 for Mark too. I'm gonna use something to re-roll that. Because it's piercing damage. I get to re-roll that. Because of...
Because of
It's the Piercer feat. Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna
pretty
re-roll that one. That wasn't very helpful, but sure.
9 damage. That is enough to immediately bloody the undead. However, it is still alive. Anything else that you're doing, Kreth?
That was all my moves.
All right. It is now a
Can
bunch
you-
of the undead are
can
about to
you-
go.
Can you mark it as bloody?
What was that?
I said, can you mark it as bloody?
It's marked as bloody on my screen. I don't know why it's not telling you guys that it's bloodied. Actually, let me double check something real quick. Oh shoot, I don't see any rules on... Showing bloodied. I can just tell you which ones. If you ask, I will tell you which ones look bloodied and which ones aren't. Right now, it's just the one next to Kazi and the one next to Kreth.
Wait.
Okay, so this one is going to stand up out of the snow and is going to make an attack against you, Ruben. Though you are heavily armored, so it's probably not going to succeed. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
That is not hit.
All right. This undead has just walked onto the scene. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And that is as far as it's going to go. It is now the Jackal's turn. Kazi, what is your Jackal doing?
Alright. The Jackal is going to try and stealth.
Also, you and the Jackal rolled the same initiative, so you can choose which one goes first.
I'll have the Jackal go first. It's going to stealth. Was a 14 stealthy enough or no?
Yeah, for the undead, they are very focused on you guys and much less on a small animal.
Okay.
Is hiding.
It is going to run over here and try to draw and start barking. I guess stealth is kind of useless. It's going to go over there and start barking madly, trying to draw the attention of as many zombies as possible.
Okay, it is probably not hiding anymore.
No.
Make a
And then
make an
Yes.
intimidation check for the Jackal. I don't know if that's something you can do.
Ooh.
Make a
Oh,
charisma.
charisma? Or would it be... Yeah, probably charisma.
Yep, just roll charisma.
18.
Yeah, unlike
Hey,
in
that's a
those,
nat 20.
unlike in many
That's
of
a
those
nat-
movies where the dog is barking and the zombies just ignore him, the zombies have suddenly taken notice of this Jackal. This one and this one, all the close ones are looking towards it and turn their ponderous forms to look at it. Kazi, it is now your turn. You have firebolt this
Kazi
zombie at
is-
point blank range, but it is still getting up.
Kazi is going to cast Flaming Spear. Right in front of him, basically. Yeah, on the dude in front of him.
Alright. Player summons Flaming Spear. Right on top of him?
Yep, on top of him.
Alright, it is going to make a dexterity saving throw, I think.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Alright,
DC 14
go
damage.
ahead and roll the damage. It does barely succeed, but I think it takes half damage.
Yeah, it's
Half-
2d6 or half damage.
Yep, roll 2d6.
7, so half
Okay.
of 7 is 3. Right?
3, it is still alive, but barely.
Kazi's gonna move it to right there for this action.
Okay, okay. Alright, you move it up to there. The undead are ignoring it. They're more interested on living creatures. Anything else that you're doing, Kazi?
Wait, can he move it into this creature or no?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I'll move it into that creature then.
Alright, it is
Then
going
it'll
to...
take-
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Gonna make a
Great. Well.
dex save. But that is a failure, though, so it takes
One.
all 3 fire damage. Alright, so it is now the
Alright.
undead's turn. A number of the undeads... This one is gonna walk still, like, on fire from the flaming sphere.
Wait, did you say that one was getting barked at and he was gonna move?
Yes, this one is going to... That reminds me.
This one and this one you
This
said.
one is moving towards the Jackal and is gonna attempt to grab the Jackal. It is just going to make a normal attack. So it hits, but it's going for a grapple. So the Jackal is now grappled by the zombie. The zombie is lifting it up into the air. It's yelping as it's grabbed, and the zombie looks like it's going to take a bite out of the Jackal next turn. This one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Wait, hang on. Does
and
it
that's
end
as
its
far as
turn?
it goes. At the beginning
Does it
of
end
the
its
next
turn?
Yes.
It turns.
Does it make another dex save if it's within that close? I believe so. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, any creature
Okay.
ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere.
7 damage. It is bloodied, but still holding onto the Jackal despite being burned. That zombie went. This zombie, the one next to you, is going to take a shot at you, Kazi. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That's my AC.
Unfortunately, it will do 5 bludgeoning damage, and you'll have to make a Constitution check.
All right.
DC 10.
Is it? No, there's a concentration check.
All right.
15.
Maintain concentration on your spell. And the last undead is going to go and is going to... Oh, it's also focusing on your jackal. The jackal's already grappled, so it is going to... It's going to take a bite out of the jackal. It has advantage. And... That's going to be 5.
Yeah, the jackal's dead.
Unfortunately, the second undead bites onto the jackal. It uses the undead's turn, but the jackal itself poofs into magic, much to the frustration of the undead. But it is gone. Your poor familiar is gone, having distracted the zombies for a moment. Adrien,
Dead days.
it is now your turn.
It's my turn. I am going to cast. Is this zombie? Is this one technically within 5 feet, or is it not?
This one is 10 feet away. This one is 5 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. That is a bonus action. And then I'm also going to renew my false life, and that's my action and my bonus action.
All right.
Still have movement.
Would you like to move?
I think I'm gonna hold. Wait, no. One more thing. What is the range on Sacred Flame? 60 feet. Okay. Then I'm. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
All right. The next undead, the one next to Kreth, is going to attack you, Kreth. That is going to be a 20 to hit. So I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 3 bludgeoning damage. It gets more of a glancing blow on your, what do you have? Leather, yeah, on your leather armor than anything. Enough to hurt, but not enough to do any real damage. And then also you need to make a concentration check.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you lose concentration on Hunter's Mark.
What? Why?
Because whenever you take damage for a spell that you're concentrating on, you need to roll a check, and if you fail, based on the amount of damage that you take, then you lose concentration on the spell.
This is the first time that's happened.
Yep.
This is a new thing.
No, I believe you've just succeeded on all of the past ones, or you.
I've never
haven't.
had to roll concentration before.
I think that is my mistake then, because Hunter's Mark does require concentration.
Hurrah!
All right, so it hits you for a tiny bit. That's the end of its turn. They don't really do much besides slowly run at you and hit you. Not the smartest of. Let's see here. Unfortunately, Kreth is slightly closer, so it's gonna stand up, go 5, 10. That'll be its turn. So it's heading towards you, Kreth. And then 5, 10, 15, 20. Another one's heading towards you, Kreth, but doesn't quite reach you. Ruben, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast. Let me find it. Divine Favor.
Divine Favor. Until the spell ends, your attacks with weapons deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Then I'm going to attack the nearest zombie with my longsword.
All
Wait,
right.
no. That's after I do a vow of enmity on it.
All right. It is vowed.
I'm assuming a 17 hits.
17. Yes, that will hit. 15 damage. You can
That's
also.
Can I roll again, though?
17 damage. Does it add the 1d4? Or do you have to roll that?
I don't know.
No, wait, that was your roll. Oh yeah, it adds the 1d4 radiant. Okay, so 11 slashing and 4 radiant. So with one slash of with your sword, you cut through this zombie just in half, and it topples to the ground. The radiant damage finishing it off and searing its flesh. It is down. All right. Anything else that you're doing, Ruben?
The thing I have left is movement. So I'm going to move to here.
All right. The last of the undead is going to finish standing up. And you are the closest one, Ruben, so it's going to make an attack on you. This is going to be 14 to hit, which I believe does not hit.
Yeah, not hit.
So it slams and you easily deflect its arm with your shield. This one is at the top of the round. This one is going to take a swipe at Ruben. No, not Ruben. Adrien. That is going to be a 7 to hit.
A 7 does not hit, but I intentionally take the attack.
Ah, okay. All right. So you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, it takes 10 frost, 10 cold damage.
Yeah, all right. 10 cold damage. Yeah, it is already bloodied. It half freezes up and manages to barely break through the ice. Still coming at you, but it is half frozen. So that'll be that one. So the owl is up next, Adrien. Anything you want to do with your owl, or just pass?
Who's taken damage so far?
Me.
Kazi and Kreth.
Just 5 though.
Which one?
Not much.
Which one of you is more damaged?
Kazi.
I'm down 3.
Okay.
I'm just fine.
Owl's gonna stay where it is for now, but it's gonna... The owl's gonna stay where it is for now.
This one finally makes its way over to Kazi.
Except... Maybe it's just gonna roll for stealth so no one notices it.
And it is going to make an attack roll. Kazi, that is a 7 to hit. So I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Does not hit. No.
And that will end that zombie's turn. Kreth. It is now your turn again.
Alright. I'm gonna cast... Well, how damaged is the one in front of me looking?
The one in front of you is looking bloodied. So you've done over half its health in damage.
Let's see. I'm gonna attack it and not use Hunter's Mark. So I'm just gonna roll an attack. But because it's damage, I can add a D8 now.
All right, make an attack.
Okay.
That will hit again.
Nice.
Man, these enemies are suited for you. 2 8s.
What did I roll there? I rolled a 1.
Ouch.
I'm re-rolling that.
Okay. Can you just unlimited? You can just do that like once per round or something?
Once per turn.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
On an attack that does piercing damage. Okay, so now that's 10.
10
And then I'll roll the D8. So that's 16.
Okay, yeah, 16. That is more than its max health. So you take your short sword, stab through its chest, and then stab through another part, and it staggers back. It is about to fall over.
Oh, what is this thing I created? How do I get rid of it?
I can remove it.
I was trying to measure distances, and it made me... Oh my goodness, why is everything happen? I create things.
It is going to have to roll. Actually, it's going to have to roll pretty hard DC in order to stay alive. But it does have, unfortunately, advantage on this check. But it doesn't. So you've managed to injure it so much that even its undead fortitude doesn't keep it going, and it staggers and then falls to the ground, too injured to get back up. Anything else you'd like to do? There are no
I'm gonna
zombies
mark
next to you anymore.
I'm gonna mark the one to my right.
All right, it is.
Oops, now I'm creating things again. How do I stop doing that?
Just switch to
Yeah,
the
there.
tool that you have.
Yeah.
equipped.
Okay, so that went. Hold
Yeah.
on, I'm just gonna cast it real quick.
Radiant damage is useful against zombies.
Yeah. Okay,
Joel,
there.
Joel, you did so much damage to it that it literally couldn't roll high enough to stay
Really?
standing.
Oh
It
my
would have had
goodness.
to roll a, what was it, like 23.
How is that calculated?
No, wait, it would have had to roll like a 20. So it was theoretically, it was possible. How much damage did you do to it again?
16.
Yeah, you did. It would have to roll a 21 in order to stay standing. Because the zombies, as you now know,
Oh,
fall
5
level
plus the
4.
damage taken.
Yeah, 5 plus the damage taken. So that they would have
Wow.
to roll a beat of 21. That's your turn, Kreth?
Yes.
Alright, this undead is going to move. It's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. It is just moving forward towards Ruben. Ozzy, it is your turn. You are surrounded on both sides by 2 undead.
Kazi, does this reach? I should have thought, so bear with me. Yeah. Kazi's gonna cast Shatter right there.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage for it, and these guys will make a Constitution saving throw, which they are good at. But that one's not succeeding. That one's not succeeding. And the one next to you, that one's not succeeding.
That is not
So they all
succeeding.
take
Nice.
13 thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
So that would be enough to bring that one down. This one is still standing. But these 2 are going to make Constitution saving throws. They have to beat an 18. So that one, your thunder, but basically it is half, the body of this undead is half destroyed, but it still just stands up and keeps coming towards you. This one is also going to make that check. That one, however, is completely destroyed by the thunder, and its body just falls into a pile of gore. Anything
Alright,
else are you doing, Kazi?
Checking distance. Yeah, Kazi's... Oh wait, that was my action. Never mind. For his bonus action, he's gonna cast Misty Step from the Fey Ancestry and teleport over there.
Okay, you reappear on top of a frozen stream. That will end your turn, and next, these undead are going to go. This one's going 5, 10, 15, and move and attack Adrien, since that is the closest target. Adrien, that is an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Alright. That is 2 bludgeoning damage. I know.
It takes...
That's a lot. Might be a bit much. Maybe you need some healing.
It does take the 10 points of cold damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is enough to... Oh, wait, nope. That rolls with advantage. So it's going to roll one more time. It is going to... Wait, that has to be a 15. So it is going to succeed. So it takes the 10 cold damage, and its entire body turns to ice, but it is still creakily walking towards you. Despite the sheer amount of damage that it has taken. Which reminds me, that one should also be at 1 HP. There we go. This one is going to go. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. That's as far as it's going to get. Adrien, it is now your turn.
I am going to move to here.
Alright. 2 of them are going to take swipes at you. That is going to be a 9 to hit.
I take the hit anyway.
Alright, and that's a natural 1, so that one is too frozen to even hit you, or swing at you. But that's going to be 6 damage to you, and it is going to take some damage as well, I believe. 10?
Yes.
That is enough to bring it down to 0 health, so it is going to try and beat a 15, which it succeeds. No, it doesn't have to beat a 15, it has to meet or beat a 15. So it is, despite, you have now 2 very frozen, but still very much alive undead that are chasing you. Anything else you're doing, Adrien? That was just your movement. So these 2 are both exactly 1 HP.
Alright, so that was 5. That was 6 damage, you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to step here and then cast...
Your owl?
What?
Never mind, I figured it out.
Word of Radiance?
Word of Radiance.
Alright, they are all going to make a Constitution saving throw. That will succeed. Do they not take anything on a success?
Yeah.
That will fail. So go ahead and roll damage. And then I'll be rolling damage for this one. That also failed. Okay, so these two both take 2 radiant damage. And they're looking a little bad, but they're still mostly intact zombies. As much as zombies could be intact.
Are they not weak to it?
They are not weak to radiant damage.
Ah,
Radiant damage will finish them off, even if they would have got back up from that attack. Which reminds me, go ahead and make a religion check, Adrien.
oh. Yeah, religion.
And then the zombies are some other zombies are up.
19.
19. Yeah, Adrien, in the past like 2 rounds that you've been in this fight, you begin to realize these undead are a little more hardy than what they're supposed to be. Like, zombies can take a lot of punishment, but a couple of these have taken way more punishment than they should have been able to. Which, as you're thinking that, one of them is going to take a shot at you. That's going to be 15. So he takes
Yeah, that hits.
10 cold damage and is looking now bloodied. And also, you take 4 bludgeoning damage. And then this undead is going to walk forward and... Actually, you know what? There's 2 targets that are both right next to each other. So it is going to take a shot at Ruben. Ruben, that's going to be 11 to hit.
Yeah, I don't think that hits.
Alright, that'll end its turn, and Ruben, it is now your turn.
All right. You, mister, are going to take... As I stab it with my sword. And my bow tempted you to switch to this guy. It's not quite a critical hit.
That will definitely hit. Which one are you striking at?
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. So that will definitely hit.
Well, then I can roll again.
Also,
Do
the
I
creature
just
will
roll
have...
D8 again?
Yes, you can roll twice. The creature will have disadvantage on its next attack roll. Okay, so it has disadvantage on the next attack roll if it even survives this. 19 damage, along with the radiant damage, finishes it off without it even having the chance of getting back up. So that one is very much so dead. Obliterated by your divine attack.
That was max damage.
Yep.
I rolled a D8 and a D4.
Anything else that you're doing?
Why do you think bother casting Shield of Faith?
No.
Alright.
Adrien, are you wounded or is Kreth wounded?
I am not wounded. I'm almost missing all of my temporary hit points, but I'm by no means actually wounded.
So Kreth is down 3 hit points, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Are you gonna move?
Hold up. I was messing with the measuring tool, but now I can't figure out how to move.
There you go.
So... I'm going to,
Alright, Kreth, he is
land hand.
land hands healing you for 3 health. So you gain 3 health.
Cool.
While that's happening, this undead is going to strike at Adrien. Are you taking this attack, or are you hits it either way?
Yeah. Yeah, that hits either way, even if I use shield.
So that is 2 bludgeoning damage. It does take
Andrew, does
10
not-
cold damage, though, from your armor of Agathis, what's left of it, as it does shatter now that you have run out of temporary health. But you've done a lot of damage to the undead.
Zombies melee range, so does it take an opportunity attack on me?
Oh yeah, it would have. Probably not going to hit you, though. That's a 6.
Yeah, no.
It can only roll 15
I really
against Adrien.
I really should have just renewed False Life instead of casting Word of Radiance.
That is going to be a 13 on Ruben, which, yeah, doesn't hit. Does the owl do anything, Adrien?
How damaged is everyone looking?
Kazi's
Full.
looking the worst. He's missing some health. Otherwise, Kreth's
Just
Kreth's
5.
wounds are
Guys, it's
healed.
fine.
The owl is gonna go fly and land. No, it's gonna go fly and land on Kazi's shoulder.
Just 20 feet up in the air.
Kreth, it is now your turn.
Okay. Who's this guy right next to me?
That's Ruben.
Okay. Which guy did I mark?
This guy right here. It shows the mark symbol on him. You guys can at least see that.
Alright, can I use my bonus action to move the mark to the one that's diagonal from me, to the bottom left?
I believe you can only move the marked if the previously marked one is dead. I want to say. I might be wrong. Hunter's mark. Yep, but only after the target drops to 0 hit points. The two next to you are dead.
Josiah, are you perchance immune to radiant damage?
No.
Dang it. I was hoping I would just have some of them around me.
Just blast.
Okay.
Blast them.
Oh.
I don't really care.
I'm not trying to blast you, too. I guess I'm gonna stab the guy next to me. Or
So both
bottom
of
left.
the undead next to you are deceased.
Oh.
They are now
Oh,
dead
okay.
instead of undead.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna shoot the marked one then.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack. Unfortunately, that is a natural 1.
Bruh.
You can luck that if you wish.
And you know what? I am. Let me
Andrew, how do you get rid of the lines you've drawn on the map?
I can move them for you, or you can click on them and then press the delete key. Just like that, yep.
Alright, I'll roll again. How about a 25?
A 25 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You can also push it back if you wish. They are surrounding Adrien. It's looking as concerning.
Okay, how do I... Ah, here we go. Also, is that guy damaged at all?
Yes, he is.
Dang it, my mouse died. So he also takes a D8, and he takes a D6.
Okay, he's taking
23 damage.
Okay, he's taking 23 damage. He has to roll a 28 in order to be still alive. That will fail. Yeah, the heavy metal bolt slams into the head of this zombie, and the zombie just hits the ground. Very much so dead. Kreth, are you moving anywhere? You're no longer surrounded by the undead.
I'm gonna move my mark to the one diagonal to Josiah. Alright,
it is marked. This undead is going to strike at Adrien. Adrien, you take... Oh, that's 17, which will hit. 8 bludgeoning damage. Now that they've gotten past your shield, you really feel the impact of their limbs as they slam into you, trying to scratch you, trying to grab onto you in any way that they can. Kazi, it is now your turn.
Alright. This 2. Kazi going... How far can you run? Oh, that guy's still alive. Never mind. Kazi's gonna run over there.
Alright. Anything else that you're doing?
No, actually. Yes, actually, sorry. I just need to measure to see how far my spells can go from me. He's gonna move the spell orb to there. Can I move that?
Yeah.
Can. Yeah, I'm moving to there.
Alright,
Because that's exactly 60 feet.
A dexterity saving throw, which it will fail. Go ahead and roll damage. 2d6.
Yep. 10.
That is 10 damage. Oh, I have to move the... That will be no more than enough to kill it. It is going to make a Constitution saving throw. It burns, it begins to fry. Just the smell of burned flesh filling the air. But despite it all, this place, this region, is keeping the creature together despite basic logic. It is still holding itself together. And it is still at 1 hit point.
Huh. That's interesting. Then Kai's gonna cast... Wait, that's another concentration. Never mind, he can't cast that spell.
You do still have your action. But
yes.
Yeah, casting a concentration spell will stop your current concentration and start your new one.
Instead of running all the way over there, Kazi's gonna run to there instead.
Okay.
And he is going to cast... Where is that? I think it's a 15-foot cone. Burning Hands.
Burning Hands, alright. What save is that? Or is that an attack roll?
It is...
That is
Get
going
rude.
to fail, and that is going to fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
13.
All right, this one's going to make a save. It has to be an 18. It does not save, so this one finally burns and falls to a pile of ash. This one, however, is going to take 13 fire damage and is bloodied, but still alive.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
This one's going to step out of the flames. That's the fire. This one's going to step out of the flames and go 5, 10, and it is going to attack Adrien. That is going to be a 7 to hit.
That does not hit.
This one's going to still heading towards the fight. It's been heading towards the fight for a while. 5, 10, 15, 20, and it gets about that far. These things aren't very fast. Adrien, it is now your turn. You have a lot of undead on you right now.
I am going to... One second, trying to find the spell. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis, and then I am going to also do Fiendish Vigor.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand there.
All right. A lot of these zombies are now dead, so Ruben, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm going to attack the one that Kreth marked, the one that's still in my melee range.
All right.
And I'm assuming my opportunity would have changed over, so I'll have advantage.
12 will hit.
Alright, good. 17. 17.
17 damage. All right. That is radiant damage, though, so that is going to finish off and bringing this zombie, slicing this zombie in two. Another one hits the slushy snow. Anything else you're doing, Ruben?
Did Adrien take any damage? Yes, he did.
I did. But keep in mind, I do have False Life and my temporary heals. False Life and my actual heals left.
Yeah, I'll just move over by you.
No, I want them to attack me, dude. But I guess they're all dead, so you still need to help, I guess. So yeah, do whatever you want.
All right. Ruben, you move
You
over
don't want me to do
to
it, so I won't.
the group of undead. What are you doing, Ruben?
I'm done.
All right. This undead is going to go next. This one is going to continue to take swipes at Adrien. They don't really have the mental faculties to change up their plan. This is going to be 14 to hit.
That hits. Although I could technically block it with shield if I want to, but I don't want to. Alright, so that is 3 damage. It takes 10 points of cold damage.
Yep, so it has to be a 15 or else be dead. It succeeds, so it's down to 1 hit point, but manages to keep moving despite being frozen alive. The owl is up next. Anything you want your owl to do?
The owl was still perched on Kazi's shoulder.
Alright. This undead is going to...
It's staying there in case I need to cast... in case I could cast Cure Wounds through it, in which case it can't really do that anymore because I'm out with spell slots to cast that with. So...
You don't even have your, once a day spell slots?
That's Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
For the cleric list. It is, however, going to help Kazi in interfering with this one.
Alright, Kazi, you will have advantage on, if you do an attack roll on this undead, you will have advantage. But this zombie is going to walk up and take a swipe at you. Out of the flames, it comes charging at you. That is going to be an 8 to hit. Does not hit. Kreth, it is back to you. The hordes of undead are, this group of undead are being whittled down one by one. And it is back to you again.
The mark, use my bonus action to move it to the one that's... I don't remember, how do I point? That's not it. Yeah, that guy. That's right. And I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Actually, before you do that, Kazi, go ahead and roll 2d6. Because it did end its turn right next to the ball of fire. It does succeed, so it takes half
nice.
damage. I'm me to preemptively roll.
Fine.
To beat a 10. It does, so it is still alive despite being seared. So it is still standing, Kreth, as you take your shot.
Okay. Wait, no, wrong bow. Here we go.
That will hit.
Okay. I'm actually gonna re-roll that.
Fair.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Alright, that's 5, and then I get to add a D... And it's damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 5, 8, 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay, so it has to beat a 21 in order to remain. Unfortunately, it barely succeeds.
Oh my goodness.
The huge bolt slams into the eye socket of this creature, and it staggers back, and then it just keeps attacking Adrien. Right, as soon as you shoot out the bolt, Kreth, suddenly there is a voice in your mind. I found the gauntlet. Where are you? You can decide to return a message to this message. I believe the nature of sending is that you know who sent it. So you know that this is Kelsey. This is Kelsey Weaver.
What's that again?
This is Kelsey Weaver. This is a person. This person was a cleric that was once part of your group, the Rangers. But you guys met her while she was in the ruins, being guarded by the guild, where you guys were attacked by assassins. You met her after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she sent this just to me?
This is a sending spell.
Can you repeat what she said?
I found the gauntlet. Where are you?
I'm just gonna send back Deadwinter.
Alright. Since you are on the same plane of existence, there's no chance of the message being lost, so she does receive it wherever she is. And the battle continues. It is now the zombies' turn.
Plot thickens. The plot thickens.
Wait, what gauntlet is she talking about?
It was, if what I remember is correct from when we talked to her back in the Goldmark region, I think it was basically some sort of trial facility for Marked. Right, Andrew?
Yes, it is called. The name of it is the Gauntlet of Marath, and it is some sort of relic from the god to train marked individuals. Though that's all she really knew about it. That's all that Kelsey knew about it, or at least was willing to. At least that was the information she was willing to give away. All right. And it is now this undead's turn. This undead is going to continue attacking you, Adrien, since it attacked you last turn. That is going to miss, unless you want it to hit.
I take it.
Alright, that is going to be 3 bludgeoning damage, and it takes 10. It actually hasn't been wounded this fight, so it's just immediately bloodied. Kazi, it is now your turn. There is an undead right next to you, and it is barely alive.
Kazi is gonna use his cold breath on it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's a line? Hold up, I never use my cold breath, so I don't know how to use it.
Yep, depending
15-foot cone or 30-foot line. Can I hit anything else with that 30-foot line? No, I can't. No, I'll just blast it with a cone.
Okay. Alright, it has to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. It fails, so it takes, go ahead and roll damage. 8
cold damage.
Alright, it has to make a constitution saving throw, beating a 13. It succeeds, so it's now down to 1 health, and is frozen solid, but is still marching towards you. What do you do?
Seriously?
Yep. Dead are extra hardy in this region.
Kazi's just gonna stand there.
Alright, this zombie is going to make an attack. They're all slamming as Adrien's spell. Yes?
Andrew, I'm gonna move my orb over to right behind those guys.
Okay. This one is going to attack Adrien. These are not intelligent creatures, so they're not going to attempt to avoid the fire. So this one just swipes at Adrien again. That is going to be an 11 to hit, but I'm assuming you're just letting it hit. So that's,
that's gonna hit regardless, unless I use shield.
6 bludgeoning damage. And it takes 10, so it's going to make a Constitution saving throw. It had to be at 15, it did not, so it falls to the ground in pieces of ice. Oh, -1. There we go. This one is dead. And it would have been burned again at the end of its turn, but it's dead. This one is going to finally move closer to Ruben and make an attack. Will Ruben take damage this fight? No. So, Adrien, it is now back to you. There's only a couple of undead left, and seem to be all around you. And one fighting Kazi.
Alright, it is my turn. Do I renew Armor of Agathis, or do I...
Take down the one and I'll take down the other.
Take down which one?
The one that you can... Either. I don't care.
I am going to... take a step. I'm going to step here first.
Alright, this one is going to make an attack of opportunity on you. That's going to be an 11 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit unless I use shield.
8 bludgeoning damage. And it will take 10, so it will have to make a Constitution saving throw. It does succeed, but it is now at... Oh, not... It didn't take the minus 1. It is down to 1 health. Also... Oh, no, its turn doesn't go yet. So, it got an attack of opportunity on you. Anything else you're doing, Adrien?
I'm going to spend the rest of my movement and back up to here.
The one with a huge bolt in its sticking out of its head. The bolt almost larger than the head itself, because this is a huge crossbow that Kreth uses. It is still somehow seeing you and takes a swipe at you. It's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
2 bludgeoning damage. It's trying to grab you and manages to scrape your arm before you get away. Is that your turn?
No, I have not used an action yet. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt. That is a 20 to hit.
What are you hitting? What are you aiming at?
This one, the one that just tried to kill me.
It is obliterated. It only had 1 health left, and that was radiant damage.
Wait, did this one have more health?
This one is undamaged, and these are both like barely staying together.
I'm gonna go for the one that's undamaged then, given how strong Guiding Bolt is in comparison.
Roll damage.
18.
Yep, that will be enough to completely one-shot this undead. It goes down. Actually, there's nothing left of it. It's like vaporized. The unholy flesh being removed by the radiant damage.
And then I heal 8 points because I used 3 charges of healing light on myself.
Not bad. Ruben, it is now your
That
turn.
was my bonus action, so that is my entire turn.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to attack the only one left in my melee range.
Go ahead and make an attack.
It's about 21 hit.
A 21 does hit. It'd be funny if one of these undead just randomly had a 23 AC for no reason.
At that point, we would have to use Dex or Con save spells on it.
14, that will be enough. That will finish it off. It goes down without too much of an issue. It is completely frozen over, and you slash at it a couple times with your sword, just chopping it to pieces. Anything else you're doing, Ruben?
Right, and then I'm going to start running to help.
If you do that, one of the undead will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Ow. I'm so here.
Yeah.
But there's nobody there.
This enemy.
Like, not within 5 feet.
Yeah, if you move on these specific squares, then you will enter and then exit its fight.
Right, because it's out of that.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Do we get one reaction?
Yes. You get a reaction.
Alright.
Alright, are you walking? Wait, you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, you're fine. One of the last few undead is going to go, and the one that you have marked, Kreth, is going to walk towards you, you being the only living thing nearby, and is going to take a swipe at you. That is going to be a 14 to hit. Does a 14 hit?
No, it's 5 of 15.
Okay, it barely misses you. You managed to easily deflect the arm, and that is its turn. The owl is still perched on Kazi, and the undead, still somehow alive, is going to take another shot at Kazi. 10. That's going to be 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, it
Does not hit.
misses, like barely swiping through the air, barely missing you. Kreth, it's now your turn. There's only 2 of these undead left in this group.
Alright, I'm gonna stab the one with my sword that's marked.
Alright, make an attack. Man, your dice luck is just awful.
Man, that's like the second one I rolled today. Fun.
Okay. Yeah, so you take a swipe at this thing, and you jam your short sword just into it, and then you try to pull your short sword back, and it doesn't give. It's just stuck inside of this zombie now. Just all this rotting flesh is just grabbed onto and won't let go of it. Anything else you'd like to do, Kreth?
I pull my sword out.
Make a strength check. So you attempt to pull it out, and you even put your foot up against the chest of this zombie, and it's still not letting go. So currently you don't quite have full possession of your sword. It is the magical reinforcement that this region is giving the zombies is just working against you in this situation. Kazi, there's still one zombie on you.
Kazi is gonna take his staff and smack the thing in front of him as hard as he can.
Alright, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh. Wait, advantage?
Yeah, the owl is helping you. Slam your staff as hard as you can onto this undead, and it looks like nothing. It looks like it didn't even look like you hit it. Like it just completely ignores your blow.
That's embarrassing, what he says.
Yep. Even the owl looks a little embarrassed for you. Adrien, it's now your turn. On the other side of the battlefield.
And then I'm gonna have. Hang on, I'm gonna have the ball of fire move 30 feet.
So maybe there was a reason to start running towards this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You move the ball of fire, and Adrien, is now your turn. There's still just 2 left.
Which one seems more of a threat? Which one is most damaged? Or least damaged? Or
That one's the most... They're both at 1 health.
No, I'm gonna get this one. I'll get the one by Kazi.
are they immune to necrotic?
Not that you know of.
Okay, I am going...
Kreth has the ability to give you such information, so I'll tell you. They have no immunity or resistance to necrotic. Kreth, because you have Hunter's marked one of them, they have immunity to poison, exhaustion, and being poisoned, but nothing else.
Okay.
So Adrien is going to glare at this one and cast a hex on this one.
Alright, it is hexed.
Then he is going to cast Eldritch Blast. That is an 18 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
11 force damage. And 5 necrotic.
Okay, has to beat a 21. What I will say is the blast, Kreth, you are almost knocked to your feet because suddenly the chunk of zombie is forced back a little bit before it stands back up, but you manage to regain control of your short sword because Adrien blasted it off of your sword.
Did you just say chunk of zombie?
Yeah, because Kreth had his sword stuck in a chunk in a zombie, and then Adrien blasted it.
Okay.
Blasted the zombie off of his sword. Yep, so anything else you'd like to do, Adrien? It just, it is now missing half of its torso. Its
I
head
mean-
is gone. Its torso, half the torso is gone. It's just an arm and 2 legs, and it's ready to swing at Kreth again.
That's my action, and my bonus action. All I have left is my movement. Unless I can somehow deal damage by walking into it, which I don't have Armor Vagathus up, so not really.
All right, Ruben, it is now your turn.
Alright. You missed a zombie. You will die. I thought run over to it.
All right, make an attack.
Say goodbye.
Are you moving your vow of enmity over to it?
I mean, I didn't say that, but I pretty much do it every time.
Okay. Does it take a bonus action to move it, or can you just move it for free?
I can move it for free.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. And yeah, that'll hit. 12 damage. That'll be enough to kill it outright, since thanks to your little bit of radiant damage that you put onto your sword, it finishes the undead. It basically burns away the necromantic magic off of the creature before it can reform. I'm assuming that will be your turn, Ruben?
Yeah.
Alright, that leaves one living zombie. The living zombie is going to, with one arm still attached, is going to make an attack on Kreth. I'm going to give it disadvantage because it's missing a head and a torso. So that'll be a 6 to hit.
No.
Okay, Kreth, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. Go ahead. That'll hit. Now that
Yay.
you managed to pull out your short sword and you slash it, you stab it again.
And
12. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to do even more damage.
Alright, alright.
Except I'm gonna re-roll that one. So that's 21.
Okay, so it has to beat a 26. I don't think it can do this. So yeah, the last undead finally goes down, keeping bringing silence to the fight. You guys have cleared out these undead. Oh, hang on, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ruben says that Kazi.
Everyone gets
Were you struggling with
150
that
XP
zombie?
for that fight.
We get how much?
150.
Ooh,
150.
we level up.
So
No.
actually, you don't quite level up yet. You have reached a threshold as the life force or the energy from slaying these
Oh, that is a level up game.
zombies enters your power, becomes yours. You feel like you've reached some sort of this barrier that you can't quite move past. Before you were able to put it in blunt terms, you were able to level up easily before, but you've reached some point which you need to do something in order to level up to level 5.
We're still putting in the XP, we're just not leveling up yet?
Yep. You just can't
Alright.
level up
Okay.
yet.
6, 5, 15.
Yep, that's what I've got too.
Yeah, me too.
So we're being forced by the plot to do the gauntlet.
Yep.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe at the end of that
We-
fight, now that you guys are deep into the Deadwinter region, that is where we're going to end today's session. We'll pick up next week with you guys looting the undead and deciding where to go next.
Alright.
Cool.
Okay.
All right,
Alright.
good fight. Yeah, those undead are going to be fairly rough in the Deadwinter region.
Yeah.